welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today, the Encyclopedia is going to continue introducing me to the Briscoes and to Ring of Honor Tag Team Wrestling. Now, if you're new to the show, he's the tour guide, I'm the tourist. He's showing me the world like Aladdin, all right? So we're gonna watch the Briscoes versus War Machine, which eventually became the War Raiders, which then became the Viking Raiders, which then became the Viking Experience, which then went back to Viking Raiders, which is Vince's craptastic way of owning their souls, at least temporarily. But these guys had a prolific and gifted history in Ring of Honor before they ever stepped foot into NXT or WWE. Am I right, Encyclopedia?
210%. Also, former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Ring of Honor Tag Champions. They mixed it up and dusted it up with O'Reilly and Fish when they were Red Dragon.
All right.
Which obviously we've seen them not stop their uphill climb as Undisputed Era. So we know Ring of Honor builds tag teams.
Oh yes.
Because they build them and then they get plucked up to the next level.
Now here's something that I heard, and of course you guys know I'm a Cornette fan. He was saying that it used to be with the Midnight Express and with the Rock and Roll Express that the best workers on the card, it was the champion, maybe you had a mid-card title, and then the tag guys. Those are the four best workers in the business, in the company, in the territory, whereas now tag teams are just kind of mid-card talent. No disrespect to any tag teams in the WWE. Just saying, it's not a top guy spot anymore, whereas it used to be a top guy spot. How do you feel about that?
Oh no, 100%. I think, and especially that, you have two very skilled people that can carry that belt.
Oh yeah, and I mean, if you watch the Ric Flair and Stone Cold, Stone Cold discussion, Broken Skull discussion, I don't know what they call it. The Stone Cold talk show with Ric Flair, he said one of the best workers he's ever been in the ring with is Ricky Gibson. And he said Ricky Gibson doesn't get enough credit because he was in a tag team.
And it's always looked down upon.
Yes, but Ricky was a great worker. Bobby Eaton was a great worker who was primarily known for his tag team work. So there's a lot of history and talent and prolific and giftedness in the tag team division, which I feel like it's not being respected as much as it should in the E. How do you feel about that?
Vince doesn't like tag teams.
I guess not. Used to be though, Demolition.
That doesn't like paying for two people to hold the title.
Okay, I can see that.
It's always been. This has also been with territory promoters that the tag teams always get one pay and you split it. And guess what? Sorry, you are one team. Now that is two workers. So that's why a lot of times it's looked down upon or it's pushed down in the card is it's expensive to do.
Okay, but I mean, if you ask me right now, hey Jack, who is the Raw Tag Team Champion? I'll be like, Street Profits. Who is the SmackDown Tag Team Champion? I believe New Day won last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was a Big E versus Jey Uso versus The Miz, and Big E got the W, so now they're Tag Team Champs again. I didn't watch it, I didn't watch it, but I read it on Raja.com, because that's where I get most of my news. Now, that is the... that shows how deep into the tag team world we are as fans today. But many, many moons ago, it was one of the top workers on the card were the tag team champions. And now, looking at Ring of Honor, a lot of the top workers in the company were also in tag teams. At least that's the impression I'm getting from you.
Oh, for sure. And in Ring of Honor, tags are important. Tag team wrestling is important, and being the champions is important in Ring of Honor.
Sure.
We've got, we've had War Machine, we've had Red Dragon. Currently, we've got Los Ingobernables that has the tag titles, but Villain Enterprises had them. I mean, you've had it on very prolific and gifted wrestlers and groups. So
well, let's take it up north to Impact, where you have the North. You've got Ethan Page, and what's the other guy's name?
Josh Alexander.
Talented as hell.
Oh yeah.
I can't name any other tag teams in Impact right now. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to get caught up. But those two guys, the matches I've seen with them, they're fantastic. I think I saw them versus OVE, and that was a hell of a match. So
and then Swan and Sexual Chocolate, Willie Mack.
There's a lot of talent in tag teams, and I feel like it might be a little overlooked. But we're not overlooking it today. We're about to watch some prolific and giftedness with the Briscoes versus War Machine, Ring of Honor 2014, and is the name of the show?
It's on YouTube, so you'll be able to click the link.
Perfect. So we're gonna press the button and we're gonna watch it, and you should press the button and you should watch it right the hell now. All right, so chaos ensued, and this match didn't finish cleanly, shall we say.
Oh yeah, this is, I think, the first time we've also had a no contest so far on the show as well. But
wow, very true.
But bigger than that was, it started out as a wrestling match and a fight broke out.
Yes, which is actually kind of cool because it was funny how it evolved, because I was sitting there talking trash going, oh, well, where's the DQ ref? And like 3 seconds later, the ref's like, ring the bell, right? Because all of a sudden, because it was good.
It went from a match to a brawl.
Exactly. You saw, I don't know their names, I'm sorry, but you saw
Mark and Jay Briscoe?
Yeah, but the Raiders.
Oh, and then, you've got Rowan and Hanson.
Who's the guy with the waist?
Hanson.
So you see Hanson goes from holding the rope and clean tags, which I like their tags were forearms, not tans, which is cool. But he goes from following tag team rules, and now he's gotten away from the corner. Now he just takes a cheap shot in the back. Then he ends up hip tossing the guy out of the freaking ring. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? Then they're throwing chairs in the ring. I'm like, who's throwing chairs in the ring? Next thing you know, it's just the guy's bringing a broken table into the ring, and I'm just like, son of a biscuit. This is out of control. What kind of crap is this? And then the ref rings the bell. Thank you, ref. Thank you. My God, that alone made it that much better.
And now you know why I like ROH.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So then they ring the bell. Then the security comes out. One security's 4'11", right? And then he ends up, I don't know what to call that. It was like just slamming the guy through
like
a table.
Saito suplex.
Yeah, and it was like
just set out powerbomb.
Only partially on the mat, which was tough. I saw a couple bumps on the concrete. These guys are insane. Now, respect to anybody again who's gonna put their body on the line, but these guys, the Briscoes, are willing to take a giant rock bottom, whatever the hell that is, through a table onto damn near concrete. Respect. That was some serious business right there. And you could tell the business was picking up in this feud. You could tell that there was some bad blood and they weren't there for the 1, 2, 3. They were there to beat somebody's behind. And I appreciated that. And you could feel that intensity, which was nice, man. We're missing a lot of that intensity.
We are, but Ring of Honor's doing that. They've brought big guys like Brody King. They brought Dan Moff, Tyler Bateman. They brought some hard-nosed, hard-grit guys coming in to do that. So when Ring of Honor comes back to TV, I expect this.
All right, I'm expecting it too.
This is what Ring of Honor's built on.
Well, I'm going to be watching it because I have now been made a fan of Ring of Honor's tag team division, and even more of a fan of the Briscoes because that was a cool, the grittiness and the intensity really came out in this one. So the first one we saw a match, and it was a good match where they're going back and forth and doing some good tag team tandem moves, telling a good story, attacks of opportunity, you name it. This one was a fight. So we've seen
just a straight fight.
Yeah, and we've seen two different perspectives of the Briscoes, and so far I gotta give them 2 thumbs up. So I don't know what's next, Encyclopedia. Do you have a plan for one more?
We do. We have the Briscoes versus the Kingdom.
Okay, and the Kingdom is Matt Taven, you said?
And somebody else. They're going to have to come back at 9 a.m. for that.
Oh, okay. All right. Come back tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, for the next installment of Make Me a Fan of the Briscoes. So far, you've done a hell of a job. And tomorrow, we got a couple people that are known collectively as the Kingdom. So if you are a noob to Ring of Honor like me, you definitely want to come back because so far, the Briscoes are prolific and gifted. We will see you tomorrow.